Red bean pudding and tofu ice cream. Red bean pudding, I said. What is that? Rajma, Debu said. Rajma kheer of sorts. Yuck, I said. Chinese desserts are not famous. There's a reason they suck. He said. Bengali desserts are the best. I said. Debu's chest swelled with pride. Bengali men aren't too bad either, he said. Did he just float with me? Is this floating? Am I supposed to respond with something clever? As sweet as their desserts, I said, one eyebrow up. See, I can float back. Notes can float. He never expected a comeback. He took a second to take in my response. Why don't you try and find out? He said. That's enough, Radhika. This is going into dangerous territory. I told myself. Deflect, change the topic fast. You don't want to be judged as a slut on the first date. See, this is what I do. When I am with a man, I behave like I am sitting for a test. Answer the question properly, act nay as if I don't understand the double meaning. Don't just be, perform. Don't know about the men. I would love to have a rasgulla though. I said, my voice as innocent and dumb as possible. Alas, this is Manhattan. Fear not. We Bengalis have left imprints everywhere. Would you like to go to Rasgulla place? Here, now, in Manhattan. He nodded and smiled. The bill arrived. Should we split? I said, and took out two $20 bill. He thought about it for a second. Actually, no. Can I treat you this time? He said. Isn't that what dates are? I said to myself. Then what about gender equality? Why? I said. We can split. No, he said as he took the money out of his wallet. It's not that much. You can buy the rasgullas. Debu and I took a yellow cab to 28th Street and Lexington Avenue in an area called Murray Hill. It's also called Curry Hill, Debu said as we stepped out of the taxi. I could see why Indian, Bangladeshi and Pakistani restaurants dotted both sides of the road. Some resembled roadside dhabas back in India, complete with bright tube lights and plastic chairs. Is this even New York? I laughed. It's Midtown Manhattan, Debu said. You like it? In love. In fact, you could have just brought me here first. Darn, wasted money at town. Didn't realize you could be a cheap date. Date? He used the word date. I am on a date. I felt thrilled at the prospect of being a date. Even if at ramshackle paratha shop called Lahori Kebab. Can we have a paratha? I said. Huh, didn't we just eat? I am Punjabi. Rice isn't dinner. We walked into a shabby but brightly lit restaurant. Debu ordered 2 tandoori parathas with Kobe stuffing inside. Green chilies on the side, please. I said, my mouth salivating at the prospect. I noticed 4 seedy-looking Indian guys in the restaurant. They were neon construction worker jackets. I caught them staring at my legs. Yes, finally I have an audience for all that effort, I said to myself. Let's sit down, Debu said as he noticed the workers. Nobody has ever checked out my leg. I wanted to tell him. Let me enjoy the moment. Oh well, better be the good girl, you exhibitionist. Minnie said. The restaurant had Indian desserts. Post parathas, we had 2 rasgullas each. You better skip lunch tomorrow, Minnie said. There is no point in waxing fat legs. Elephants don't wax, do they? I love how you eat. You are enjoying this, Debu said. Sorry, I haven't had Indian food in weeks, I said. He whipped my lips with a tissue. I smiled him back. There are a couple of Indian restaurants in Brooklyn too, where I live, Debu said. He was referring to another borough of New York, south of Manhattan. You live in Brooklyn, I said. Most of my Goldman class planned to take apartments in Manhattan. They considered Brooklyn too far. Yeah, told you. Advertising is glamorous only on paper. They don't pay. That's the only place we can afford a decent apartment. We, as in, I share it. Two other guys from work. Oh, okay. I need to find an apartment soon, too. I said. The bill arrived. I paid this time a total of $8. We stood up to leave. You want to see a movie next week? Shah Rukh Khan Dawn 2 is releasing. Debu said, they have Indian movie theaters here? I said in excitement, just a couple. But they do, he said, next Friday. I nodded. The food in my mouth prevented me from talking. They too, baby, I said to myself and mentally high-fived. 1 month later, on the last day of associate training, I received an email from my training manager, Jane Rosenberg. She had called me to our office. I wondered if I had done anything wrong. I had skipped class to meet Debu a few times. Had they found out? Debu and I watched movie 2 times. One Yankees baseball game and one Broadway musical called The Lion King. We visited the quaint restaurants all over Manhattan and ate Italian, Middle Eastern and Indian food. I had fallen in love with New York. I had also started liking Debu, even though things weren't romantic yet. Why wasn't he making a move? When would I have my own boyfriend? Would I ever have my own boyfriend? Perhaps it was because of these insecurities inside me, but I wanted things to change soon. Our next date was tomorrow. I had picked a short wine colored dress, my boldest so far. Jane asked you to come to our office as well. Mark, an American associate about my age, came up to me. Huh? I said, as I came back from my thoughts about what shoes to pair with my wine dress. Hey, how do you know? You are occupied on my email. It's you, me, and another associate. Carl, wrong. I reached Jane office on the 16th floor of 85 Broad Street. Jane, in her 40s, sat at her desk, lost in her computer. Welcome. You must be the new associates, Jane said as we sat down. I looked at Mark and Carl. They seemed relaxed in contrast to a jittery me. I have called you here because I have fresh offers for you. The three of you have been selected for the Distressed Dead group. Yes, Mark said and fist pumped. Carl and Mark high-fived each other. Really? I said. Has there been a mistake? I wanted to ask. Sure, I had applied. I had also met a few people as asked. However, I didn't really think I had a chance. It's a tough challenge but a great opportunity, Jane was saying. Are you going to accept this, or do you want to be in another department? Yes, of course, I accept, Mark said. I'm going to kill it. Totally accept, Carl said. His voice had American accent even though he was ethnically Chinese. You, Radhika. Yeah, well, I'm thinking. What was I thinking? Has there been a mistake? Can I do this? Is is this too difficult? This is what girls like me do. The boys in front of me jumped up in confidence. I, on the other hand, triple guessed and quadruple guessed myself. Minnie, will you be supportive and be quiet for once? I took a deep breath. Yeah, I accept, I said. I signed the offer letter and felt a surge of excitement. I wanted to share this with someone. I decided to call home later when India woke up. However, mom and dad would have little idea about my achievement. Debu, I said. As I called him after I left Jane's office, I got distressed. Didn't I say you could do it? Yeah, you did. We will see if I can last. What are you doing? You will do amazing. I am at work busy with a presentation. We are meeting tomorrow, right? Yeah, can it be my treat? Training ended. I did it make it to my best group. I think we should celebrate. Sure, I can't wait, Debu said. I made another important call, completely bare. I want to book a vaccine appointment. Champagne, madam, just as you ordered, the waiter said. He poured 2 glasses and kept the bottle in an ice bucket. We had come to Aqua Grill at Soho, the restaurant specialized in seafood. Debu had told me he used to have fish with every meal back home in Kolkata. We chose the set dinner. The waiter arrived with an appetizer made of salmon and asparagus. This is amazing, Debu sighed. You like seafood? That's why I chose this place, I said. He nodded and grinned, his mouth full of food. I found his curly hair, beard, and smile more adorable every time I met him. My dress ended high on my thighs. I had not eaten any lunch to avoid love handles. I wondered if he noticed. We have seen each other every week since the first time he met, right? He said. I gazed at his lips. Yes, we have, but why haven't we kissed yet? Is it wrong for a girl to think that? Should he be asking me that instead? What are the rules? What are you thinking? Debu said. He snapped his fingers as I didn't respond. Huh? Oh, nothing. Just nervous about my new assignment. I guess. How can a girl admit she is thinking about kissing? Isn't that what super sluts do? Relax. You can crack anything. You are really smart. One of the smartest people I have met. I looked at him. Wow, a man acknowledges a woman's smartness. Now I want to kiss him even more. Are you going to make a move, Debu? Or will you keep eating this shrimp cocktail in the martini glass? I brought my legs close and enjoyed their smoothness against each other. Debu, make the right moves, or you could be a really happy man tonight. Distressed death sounds scary though. Debu said. How do I change the topic from distressed death to my amazingly vexed legs? I couldn't. I drained my champagne glass. It is, I said. I have to negotiate with hard-nosed business owners. They sometimes refuse to pay the bank. You have to seize properties, squeeze out value. Wow, Debu said. Doesn't sound like a regular banker on a desk job. Yeah, I said. Also, there are hardly any women in the team. It's a man job. What nonsense, Debu said. Why can't a woman do it? They are better negotiators. I like this man a lot. Go on, Debu. He continued. It's all this bullshit men spread to scare women out of a role or position. Fact is, men are shit scared of talented women like you. Thanks, Debu. Okay, I had a challenge bigger than distress that tonight. I had to ensure Debu made a move so some naughtiness could happen. Of course, because I am a woman. I somehow also had to pretend to be innocent, as if I had no role to play in making anything happen. I had to steer him without him realizing he had been steered. The waiter brought us our final course of codfish served with miso sauce. Wow, Debu said, and as he took a bite, best fish I have ever tasted. In fact, maybe the best thing I have ever tasted. Yeah, well, there's still dessert. Save the best for the last, I said. Was that double meaning? Fuck, don't stultify yourself. He laughed. Did he get the reference? You know bongs and mishti? He said. No, he didn't. Be careful. Always give out a just good Indian girl vibe. How's work? I said. It's great. Under Armour account is almost in, he said and crossed his finger. I am sure it will come in, I said. It will be the first big win. My boss said if I get it, I get promoted to senior creative associate. That sounds a lot cooler than distressed dead group. He laughed. You get the bugs, that's cool enough, he said. Somehow I never wanted to discuss the money I made with Debu. I had to shift the topic back to him. Under Armour is a cutting edge brand. I saw their store yesterday. Great stuff, I said. I can't wait to work on their campaign. We had a dark chocolate mousse cake with orange sauce as our last dish. Great choice of restaurant, Radhika, Debu said. As at first I thought this place too fancy, but look at the food. Wow. We finished our meal and the bill arrived. The waiter handed it to Debu, but I plucked it from his hand. I told Debu it was my treat. I had a quick look. The bill came to $200. I placed the cash in the bill folder and handed it to the waiter. Is it a lot? Debu said. It is, isn't it? Why did you spend so much? Look, I wanted to celebrate with you, my only true friend in New York. So thank you for being there. I held my champagne glass. He did the same and made a toast. Congratulations to my talented friend Radhika, who will kick ass as distressed it and show the man how it is done, he said.